Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. The Jey Uso Gunther story is really picking up. We have the Destroyer versus the Entertainer. It's really picking up on the road to WrestleMania 41 because they finally had Gunther wrestle some consecutive matches each week on Monday Night Raw to make him look like a destroyer and a professional wrestler. He's doing less talking, more fighting, more destroyer type antics. And then you have this very interesting storyline with Jey Uso, who, yes, is the Yeet Man, but he's also a highly accomplished professional wrestler over the last 15 years. And yes, the story has been that no one thinks he can beat Jey Uso. No one thinks Jey Uso can beat Gunther. Excuse me. He's 0-3 so far. So what's to say? What will be different at WrestleMania 41? And so the idea they've been trying to plant is this idea of doubt and confidence. And it's been fine. He's still very over. The yeet is still going on. And then we see this interesting thing happen a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw where he botches the dive. Now, for those who've never been in a professional wrestling ring or never attempted a dive, they are really, really hard. And he's been doing that same dive for 15 years, and it just so happened it didn't go great that day. Dives are really hard, really dangerous, really scary. I'm really glad he's okay. Nothing catastrophic happened during that dive, but it didn't go as perfectly executed as he normally executes that dive. And so then on the March 24th edition of Monday Night Raw, after him and Jimmy tagged against Austin Theory and Waller in a good match where we saw the reunion of the Usos, which was cool, Gunther comes out, removes Jimmy from the situation and then starts going boom, 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 boom with Jey Uso. And Jey Uso has him set up for something in the corner, whatever it might be, maybe a spear, maybe something, and he slips just slightly coming out of the corner, which gives Gunther enough time to start getting back on the attack and taking over, and then Jimmy Uso comes in with the chair and the whole thing dissolves. Now, that's a perfect thing to start planting this actual seed of doubt. Now, Jimmy and Jay start talking backstage, and Jey Uso's like, I don't know if I could do it, and Jimmy's like, you can't do it. This version of you cannot do it. We need the right-hand man, Jey Uso, back. Enough of this yeet mania. You're not a meme. You're a professional wrestler. You are a professional. You are the right-hand man. That guy can beat Gunther. But all this doubt and all this self-confidence issues are not going to allow you to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Because to beat Gunther, to beat the Destroyer, you have to be at your very best because you know he's bringing his very, very best. And so I love this story that they're playing. They're actually using the realness of the botch, because that's what makes professional wrestling so hard, is everything's live. There is no second take. You just do it, and that's how it is. And it lives forever. They're using that as, okay, this is another seed of doubt. It's causing me hesitation. It's causing me to lose a step in the ring because I'm thinking about Gunther. I'm thinking about how I can't beat him. I haven't beat him. I don't know what to do. And that's a normal human reaction. And when we get those types of investments in storylines, it allows fans to invest deeper into it. And then you have this slip on Monday Night Raw, which is perfectly executed, allows Gunther to get back on top. And now Jimmy and Jay, and now Jay is just, he's distraught. He doesn't know what to do because he feels like his doubt is taking over. And then we're going to see Jimmy Uso versus Gunther on Monday Night Raw next week, which I believe Gunther should absolutely destroy Jimmy. Shouldn't really be a match. He should destroy him. If it's the Destroyer versus the Entertainer, and we're going in there with Gunther being the absolute man, like Sami Zayn versus Gunther, right? Sami Zayn was the underdog, and it was perfectly executed. Sami Zayn wins. He becomes extremely over with that Intercontinental Championship because no one thought he could beat Gunther, the Destroyer. Similar situation here with Jey Uso and Gunther. And so if Gunther absolutely destroys Jimmy Uso, just destroys him very quickly, Brock Lesnar style, then that plants even more doubt in Jey Uso. Because Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, we're pretty evenly matched. That's what Jey Uso's thinking. So if he gets destroyed, I'm gonna get destroyed. Holy shit! And then the doubt keeps creeping in. Just like every person feels when they're about to do something hard. There's doubt. There's like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm good enough. All of those regular human emotions, but we're still going to show up to the fucking plate anyways. We're still going to show up to WrestleMania 41 and take on the Destroyer and see if we can actually beat Gunther in the middle of the ring for the World Heavyweight Championship. So these types of little additions to the storyline are making it a lot better than people are giving it credit for, and there's something actually to invest in, which I'm really, really excited about. So I do think next week on Monday Night Raw, Gunther should absolutely destroy Jimmy Uso, and that keeps building this tension between Gunther and Jey Uso heading into WrestleMania 41. Speaking of WrestleMania 41, it's looking like we're going to see a potential ladder match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, because for back-to-back weeks, Braun Breaker has been the main event of Monday Night Raw, which tells you something, which tells you his work with Paul Heyman backstage and where they see Braun Breaker going into the main event scene, or into the World Championship scene, or the main event scene is obviously there. He's main evented Monday Night Raw back-to-back weeks with Judgment Day, with Penta, with all of these sorts of things. I mean, Judgment Day ended. They were the last people standing when Monday Night Raw went off air live on Netflix. Now, I'm sure there was some other shenanigans that happened for the live crowd, but for the TV audience, Judgment Day ended Monday Night Raw on March 24th. And I think they're trying to reestablish the Judgment Day as a focal point and as a good, powerful group on Monday Night Raw, because they're about to get a very, very important addition in Aleister Black. Aleister Black will be joining the Judgment Day, at least that's my opinion. That's the rumors that I've heard, and that's the prediction that I'm making. And so if you're going to have a very, very high profile former WWE and AEW star back in WWE, in Aleister Black, and you're going to put him in the Judgment Days to sort of round out that group, because we hear Dominic Mysterio is trying to get another person in the group. Penta didn't work. No one wants to join that group. And then so you're going to have Aleister Black join that group. Maybe it causes tension with him and Finn Balor. So maybe the first feud is Finn Balor leaving the Judgment Day, and then that feud being Finn Balor and Aleister Black, which would be awesome. And then you have Aleister Black as the new leader of the Judgment Day. But either way, however that goes, I think they want to make the Judgment Day seem strong and seem important again on Monday Night Raw. So they're giving them these sort of back-to-back main events. They're making them more important. They're giving them a lot of segments backstage. We know Liv Morgan and Raquel are very heavily used in the women's division, as they should be. And with Carlito and Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor, and then potentially now this addition of Aleister Black, makes this group very powerful on Monday Night Raw. And then you have Braun Breaker and his Intercontinental Championship, which has been heavily featured on Monday Night Raw back-to-back weeks with a couple main events, one versus Finn Balor and one versus Penta. And now I think this leads to a ladder match at WrestleMania, potentially with Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Penta, Chad Gable or El Americano Grande, and Ludwig Kaiser, I think potentially are those candidates. Now, maybe there's one more. Maybe there's somewhere between 5, 6, and 7 competitors in that ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. I do think that Penta will probably win that Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, because they really, really, really like Penta. I'm not super sold on the idea, but I think then Braun Breaker has the chance then to move in a different direction, a different feud, and really gear himself towards moving into the main event championship picture scene, one step above the Intercontinental Championship. And Chad Gable, just to put it out there, is an excellent professional wrestler. Everything he does, he makes it work. He's had some weird gimmicks. Shorty G, American Alpha was amazing. Obviously, everything that he's ever done in his career, he's made it work. Why? Because he commits fully, and he lets his authenticity shine through. And now with this Luchador El Americano Grande Starbucks coffee thing, he's making it work too. And so we have to give Chad Gable his flowers, whether we like it or not. It's not his choice. None of these are his choices. He's getting told what to do because he works for an employer, but he makes everything work. And it's really cool to see a professional wrestler so multifaceted, so multi-talented, being able to make everything work. And so shout out to that. Very, very, very excited about a ladder match at WrestleMania 41 for the Intercontinental Championship with all these amazing competitors and potentially Aleister Black making his presence known very soon with the Judgment Day. And then, of course, we go to John Cena. We saw the second face-off between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. John Cena's not saying much to Cody Rhodes. John Cena is only saying things to the WWE Universe and the WWE fans right now about their abusive relationship, how he knows exactly what they're going to think, yada, 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 yada. I was with the crowd last night. I wanted John Cena to absolutely shut the fuck up when he was in the ring talking his nonsense. But when will John Cena actually go off on Cody Rhodes? People are waiting for that historic roast, that historic beatdown verbally of Cody Rhodes. Now I'm waiting for it too because we're going to see another face-off in London next week on Monday Night Raw between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Will we finally see them start actually throwing hands? Will we finally see John Cena actually verbally attack Cody Rhodes? Because Cody Rhodes is verbally attacking John Cena. John Cena is only verbally attacking the fans. When will we see some actual fists being thrown? When will The Rock rejoin the picture? Who's going to be the third member of that group? And when will John Cena start verbally attacking Cody Rhodes and implementing some sort of seeds in his mind about who he is, who he could be, the WWE Championship? Because John Cena's goal is to ruin professional wrestling. He wants to ruin professional wrestling by retiring with the WWE Undisputed Championship and that championship never being the same again because the guy who won it, the 17 world titles, the record holder, the GOAT, John Cena, retired with the WWE Undisputed Championship, and he plans to ruin professional wrestling. And so with the quarterback, the real current WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes be able to save professional wrestling? I don't know. He's going to need someone or something or somebody in his corner to help him because The Rock is coming, John Cena is coming, their third member is coming, and they are motivated. John Cena is motivated. He has sold his soul because he thinks he is right, just like every villain that's ever lived. They think they're morally correct and morally right. But is John Cena? Does he have a point? I don't know. Cody Rhodes thinks absolutely not. And so we're going to see them clash again in London for their third face-off. And I think this one is going to elevate the game a little bit as we're like 25, 26 nights away from WrestleMania. Will we see them throw hands? Will we see The Rock? Will we see him verbally attack Cody Rhodes? Will we see something happen that's going to just sort of burst through this feud and make it as intense as humanly possible? And so we will wait and see as this unfolds, as we move closer and closer towards WrestleMania 41. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel and share it with every single professional wrestling fan you know on the planet. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Cheers. I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love.